Hello and welcome to another episode of Blackjack Movies. I'm your host, Pat Hilke, taking you through the journey of the best damn movie podcast on the internet. I am here once again with the co-pilot of the ship, Brett Gutierrez. What's up, Brett?
What is up, Pat, and what is up, listeners? It's November the 2nd, and we are bringing you our Blackjack instant review of Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, man.
Man, it is finally here.
Yes,
we are so happy.
Yes, man. Yes, anytime there's a Marvel movie, I mean, we have this extra, anticipation, this extra, get up and go. We dig it.
We're hyped going in.
But then you watch the movie and it just fulfills all expectations and
exceeds expectations in many aspects.
Good film. Film. All right, man. As we do always, we give you the good, we give you the bad, and we'll give you the Blackjack Movies rating out of 10. Let's start with the good. Brett, what did you like about Thor Ragnarok?
I mean, let me just touch on the entire Thor series. This has been, I think, the best series of any of the Marvel individual characters.
Okay.
To me personally.
Yeah.
Coming into it, it was almost there.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't count Captain America in that BS third movie. Which
is basically
it's an Avengers movie.
It's an Avengers movie.
Exactly.
I agree.
But man, the first 1 and 2, great movies. And this one, my hopes were high.
Mm-hmm.
The anticipation was there. And man, it delivered, I think, in every category. This movie was visually stunning.
For sure.
Story was awesome.
Yes.
Was paced correctly, beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
You were just happy throughout. Everything moved along very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And this may be one of the funniest Marvel movies I have ever seen.
No, it is. It's the funniest.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is.
This is a comedy.
It is probably funnier than either of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Yeah, this is a comedy where I feel like Guardians is the space opera that meets comedy in the middle. James Gunn is doing that all the time.
Yeah.
This movie is a comedy for sure.
Pretty much throughout.
That brings in the action. It from the very first scene. You got him, and it's not really a spoiler, but he's swinging on a chain.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right,
talking to this big bad.
He's like, hold on, just wait a second, I'll spin back around. And so it's from the very first scene in the movie to the very end of the movie, you get these just comedy nuggets, and it's throughout, dude, and it's amazing. And that's probably my biggest plus, is that it was such a different movie that Marvel's done.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking what, I know we counted it last time, but I think I forgot the number. It was what, 15th Marvel movie, 16th Marvel movie at this point,
probably.
And all of a sudden you're flipping it again. And this is what DC doesn't understand. And I like the DC movies. I know you don't really like them, but I like them. But this is the thing. Marvel is constantly changing what their movie is.
And your expectations,
even though it's all intertwined and it's a big cinematic universe or whatever, it's not Transformers. Transformers, and I know I said DC, and I could talk about DC too, but
DC, Transformers, they're basically interchangeable.
In some aspects. But Transformers is a cinematic universe, right? We've had 6 Transformer movies at this point, but it's the same thing every time.
Yeah.
This Marvel universe has gone from heist movie to space opera to
dark
to a spy movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You have your period piece. I know you're not a big fan of the first Captain Avenger, but what it is it's a period piece. It's sort of just like Wonder Woman, and they mirror each other in a lot of ways in that movie. But what I like about Marvel, and this is a full-on comedy, where Ant-Man was a comedy as well,
heist movie
but
comedy,
exactly, but a different type. This one is really, at times, slapstickish comedy,
but really hits
for sure.
Hits,
and it shows you Hemsworth and what he can do.
Yeah,
and that's the other big plus, is Hemsworth was born to play this role. I can't see anybody playing this role now.
True.
Ever.
He's approaching, Robert Downey Jr. in his
for sure
ability to control a character so, well, and be irreplaceable.
Exactly.
Hugh Jackman, Robert Downey, Chris Hemsworth.
And now Hemsworth, for sure. This dude is amazing. And he's got the comedic timing and the chops to be able to pull this off.
Yeah.
And that's the best part. If you saw the Vacation remake, he was the best part of that movie.
Yep.
And he hit. if you saw the Ghostbusters remake,
Ghostbusters, yeah, I was gonna say
he was the best thing about that movie because of the comic, comic timing that he has.
Yeah,
this, and you've seen it in the Thor movies. You saw it in Avengers 1 and 2 as well. Like, he's able to bring out the one-liners, and they hit 95% of the time.
Yeah,
and Hemsworth is a killer. Tom Hiddleston is Loki. Like,
great. Once again, you forget about Loki.
Amazing.
So good.
And I don't want to spoil the movie, but he's amazing in this movie, And
Kate Blanchett is the big bad?
Not bad.
Stunning. I mean, she looked great.
Well, she did look great.
First of all,
smoking hot.
She's smoking hot. She fought really well.
Yeah,
she was really cool.
Yeah, like, I think as we move forward, it wouldn't surprise me if we see her again.
Yeah.
In Infinity War. And if we do, I think they can build on what she brought in this. Because that's the one thing we say about Marvel movies is, like, sometimes the villains and...
This was a good one.
It was not bad. It was not bad.
Doesn't go in the bad category for me, that's for sure.
Perfect. Anything good? I mean, anything else good?
Anything else good?
I mean, I liked they expanded Idris Elba's character a little bit.
Yeah, Heimdall was awesome. And once again.
The Hulk, we didn't even talk about Ruffalo. Like... It's awesome.
The Hulk's comedic timing.
Yeah, like
is even coming through.
They brought everything together really well.
Yeah.
And my last really good plus is there's a cool cameo in the movie. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but there's a cool cameo with a Oscar level actor that's doing the cameo.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean. I thought you were going for Doctor Strange in a second.
No.
Yeah, no. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Although I like that scene. It's faster than I thought it would be, though.
A little bit. I know. I wanted more of.
Yeah,
the
Doctor Strange, I was really surprised.
Michael Fassbender
because there was I was like, oh, I forgot that Benedict Cumberbatch was in this movie, and then all of a sudden the scene was over. I was like, oh, okay.
It was cool. To me, it was cool, but it was just a taste,
quick.
and
yeah.
I mean that's fine because to me it wasn't just a cameo. And it was a cool cameo.
Yeah, it was. It was good, though. Anything bad? Anything else good? I mean,
gosh, I'm probably forgetting a bunch of stuff, but I mean, everything was just so great. Everything that we touched on, definitely are my highlights of why this movie is so great. I think it's the best Thor movie that has been made so far. And I loved Thor 1, and I loved Thor 2 maybe even more than Thor 1.
Really?
So,
yeah. I mean, I really... Thor 1 was one of my favorites, and... I'm almost agreeing with you at this point. I'm gonna have to see it again this weekend. And
I didn't do the trilogy before I led up to this. I wanted to. It was in my mind, and then all of a sudden it just rushed up on us.
I was surprised. Usually Marvel will give us that marathon, and this would have been one that I would have been really interested in. You know, but I think they're in a weird position right now. Like, do you just show Thor 1, 2, and then the new one?
Throw in the Avenger movies.
Yeah, exactly. So now you're talking 5 movie marathon, which is doable for us. I mean, we've done that before. That's not a big deal for us.
5 movies?
We're blackjack movies, man. What's up?
I'm good. No 5 movies.
Yes, you could do 5 movies, man. You could do it. I know you could do it. You gotta.
I'm not doing 15 or 18, whatever freaking.
Yes, you are.
Infinity War.
No, yes, you are. You are. I'm buying 2 tickets and we're going. So just be prepared, dude.
All right,
crappy ass seats. That
anything bad about this movie? I got 1 or 2 very minors.
Let me hear it.
Mine is. The Hulk, amazing. He was hilarious. Mark Ruffalo's performance to me was mailed in. He wasn't in it for that long. I mean, maybe he had about 20 minutes.
I don't think it's necessarily mailed in. I just think it's a weird.
Underutilized.
It's just a weird thing, like because everybody wants to see the Hulk.
Yes.
And not,
but Banner's character was great and well used in the other movies.
Banner, when he's great, when Mark Ruffalo is great, who's he playing off of?
Stark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Him and Robert Downey Jr. have this
bro chemistry and
for
vibe.
Sure.
Yeah.
They have this vibe, and even though him and Hemsworth are fine, it's Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston that have that same
chemistry,
vibe. Like they have this brotherly vibe.
Yes.
And Robert Downey Jr. and Ruffalo have that same vibe. So when he's playing off of somebody else,
It worked really well.
It doesn't
Him and
work in
Hemsworth
this. Yeah.
in the previous movies have not necessarily been the chemistry magic
Exactly.
on the screen. Those two characters, it was him and the other Avengers. I guess I can get that to you. Maybe it was the setting too. You throw, Bruce Banner into this crazy world and all. I don't know. He just acted confused the whole time and made weird faces.
Yeah, and
I guess I don't want to say mailed in, but to me it just, I don't know, very weirdly used, and I didn't enjoy Mark Ruffalo as I have as much in the previous movies.
Yeah. But the Hulk killed it.
But the Hulk, like I said, the
awesome.
Hulk's timing, awesome.
Yeah.
He was great.
One fight scene between him and Thor was
sweet.
that
was good.
That was sweet.
Yeah, it was really good. And funny at the same time. Like they made the intense fighting funny at the same time.
They did, and it makes me excited, man. And I want to go back and see it again, like now.
Right now.
Like I want to go back in line, go see it. The other one, good. Before we get back to the bad, is the director, Taika Waititi. I think that's
Taika Waititi. Yeah, he plays Krog. Korg, something like that.
He plays this character in the movie. Like
not only
did he write the movie, not only did he direct the movie flawlessly, but he plays this character in the movie as well. And the dude damn near steals the movie.
He really does. He brings
we
the
mentioned
funniest
it.
moments of this movie.
He really does, and we mentioned it, and it was like one of these things. Is like I could see them spinning off with him and his little sidekick into some type of movie.
Yeah, I mean, and into a Guardians type, universe,
like being part of that cosmic deal.
They were great.
It was
magic
awesome.
on screen, or he was at least.
Yeah, for sure. It was pretty cool.
He plays a freaking Australian giant rock dude.
Yeah.
That's so soft spoken, but he's very big and burly and broy.
It was awesome. Yeah,
he was so funny.
Technically, I think. You think he was Australian? I don't know. I think he was New Zealand.
New Zealand, maybe, or South African. It's South African. 100%.
So?
Yeah. I think so.
I thought he was New Zealand.
No. I don't know. I gotta go look it up. I think that accent that he was doing was South African.
All right. Well,
it was felt very District 9. Brew, calling people brew.
Well, let's, if you're from Australia or New Zealand or from South Africa, let us know where our boy is from.
Yeah, we're not great at accents.
And we'll figure it out. But yeah, he killed it, man. I loved it. Anything else bad though? Like I don't have any bad.
That was my big. I also didn't love the Grandmaster.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
He played Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
he
really
played
did.
the over the top. He was Jeff Goldblum, but I think it fit with how that world was.
Yeah,
because the world is so colorful and right out of the 70s, man.
Yeah.
And he played that part of this just over
the top.
Yeah,
crazy kooky.
For sure. And he had this eyeshadow rocking and he was on another planet, man, and he was doing his thing.
Might have been another planet the whole time.
It
wasn't the great. To me, I just didn't love it. I didn't love that world.
I really enjoyed Tessa Thompson too.
Tessa Thompson, yes,
she killed it, man, as Valkyrie, and it was pretty cool. And I felt some vibes.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be some chemistry between her and Thor.
I would think so. There was definitely some vibes there, but then she came out and said that, maybe she was playing the character as a bisexual character, and I
didn't see that in this movie.
I don't know. I felt sexual vibes and tension between her and Thor.
Well, I mean, I think Hemsworth and anybody has sexual tension that isn't even, he was having sexual tension with me through the screen. How does that happen?
Whoa. You just took it to another level, brother.
Oh, come on, Pat. You didn't look over when those abs came out?
I did, man. I was like, goddamn.
Right?
Yes. I'm like, can I get on this dude's diet? Can I get on his workout plan? Because this dude is ridiculously, man.
He does look not of this world, dude. People don't look like that.
It's stupid.
It's stupid.
It really is
how big and cut up and everything that he could be at once.
Yeah,
and they just baby oil him up. All right, go lay on the ground. Go stand up slowly.
And they always have to have that shot of him without his shirt on.
Of course, I mean,
just make every guy that's going to see the movie feel bad. Marvel, we don't all look like that, even as hard as we try. Sucks. Hemsworth, if you listen to this, man, hit me up with your workout. I got to try and start looking like you. Really bad, man.
Anything else we have to say about this movie before we get into the ratings?
I don't think so, man. I really enjoyed it. I don't really have anything bad about it.
Yeah, I mean, other than one of the few minor things that I brought up, same. So let's get into our blackjack rating out of 10. I'll take it away.
Please.
I love this movie. It might be my favorite Marvel movie so far, which is very, very hard to say. I don't know. It's up there with Civil War. It's up there with the original Avengers. Like I said, the best Thor movie. I can't think of an individual character's movie that I have liked better than this one. You know, Iron Man 2 or whatever. Nothing.